The European Medicines Agency will be holding a public hearing in London today as part of a review on the safety of pregnant women taking an anti-epilepsy drug called valproate. Experts say that the drug carries a 10% chance of causing physical abnormalities in children. Well, I'm joined now by Deborah Mann and her daughter Branwen Mann. Branwen suffers from valproate syndrome as a result of Deborah taking that drug during pregnancy. Good morning to you both. You're here ahead of that big public meeting. Branwen, I know you're making a speech on the effects of valproate. But Deborah, if I could just come to you first, and we'll start about how this all unfolded. You were taking this drug for epilepsy during your pregnancy, and were you ever given any warnings that it could have these kind of effects?
I've had two neonatal deaths and late miscarriage previously, and because of this, I had a conversation. One neurologist said 12% chance of spina bifida, but that won't happen to me, was basically how he said it. Okay. And I just, when it came to Ronnie's pregnancy, I was taking 4,500, but because I had seizures during the pregnancy, they upped it to 5,000 milligrams, which is well above what's supposed to be given.
So you're asking the right questions, just not getting the right answers. And you mentioned Ronnie there, Branwen, who's your sister. Both of you suffer from valproate syndrome, and you're going to stand up today at this meeting and talk about the effect it's had on your life, your sister's life, and you're speaking on behalf of all the children affected. What do you want to say to this panel?
Well, I'm just going to say the questions that no one thinks of, what about the entire family? Because everyone thinks about just the children. What about the mums? Because the mums are the one who takes the drug. What about their health after taking it? There's so many things that no one thinks of, and I just want to get it out there and just say, hey, what about us kids?
Yeah. Well, how has it affected your and your sister's life? Because we look at valproate syndrome and there are a long list of symptoms. One of them is dysmorphic features, learning difficulties, Asperger's, sight problems. What's life like for your sister and you?
Well, my sister, she's had it really difficult. She's got a load of ear problems. She's had about 13 operations now, and she's 23. And she's had it more simply easier because everyone knows what's wrong with her. Yeah. But when it comes to me, no one has a clue. I grew up a normal child wearing splints because I had tight ankles, but now I've developed issues with my brain. I've got these blanking spells that they know is not epilepsy. I suffer from migraines. I've been told I could die anytime soon.
You're still finding these things out as you grow up. You're 20 now. Yeah. You're still uncovering conditions. I mean, Deborah, Branwen asked a good question there. What about the parents? I mean, you took this drug despite asking the right questions. You just didn't get the right answers. What do you want to come out of this hearing today?
There's a lot of different issues at stake. The first and foremost is obviously who pays for it. At the moment, it's the taxpayer that pays. I mean, recently research was done on the cost of someone with autism. It's £1 million for one child who has mild to moderate autism throughout their life. These children have very complex health needs, and this is being paid for by the taxpayer. It would be great if Sanofi, the drug people that made the drug, were paying for it rather than the taxpayer. But beyond that, as a mother, I've seen my children have some very complex needs. The majority of specialists just don't understand what's wrong, and you're continually fighting for more. Then the mother themselves, we all have complex needs, and nobody is actually looking at us. We're the epileptics that epilepsy is a Cinderella condition. They tend to continually sweep that under the thing, but and the fathers too get forgotten within it all.
Well, Deborah and Branwen, you're going to ask some very uncomfortable questions to people today, and good luck with that. I hope you get some answers, and you're standing up for all those affected by valproate syndrome. Like you said, the effects can be life-changing, not just for the children, but parents and the wider family as well. Good luck today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.